Good day, everyone. My name is Jaron Cruz. I'm a senior 11 STEM student, and today I was asked to answer the question, how do you stay focused? In this video, I'll be sharing my personal experiences with distractions, procrastinations, and laziness, and I'll also be sharing a few tips on how to stay focused. Now, before I start, I'd like to thank Ms. Franzyne Garcia for giving me this opportunity to share my experiences with the whole school through Online Schooling 101. Now, you may see me as a guy who likes to do my work, but in all honesty, I'm not a big fan of doing my work. Most of the time, I'd rather be playing video games or watching a movie or sleeping. But these distractions are the things that keep me from doing my work. So the real question is, how was I able to overcome my problems with distractions, procrastinating, and laziness? And to overcome those problems, I developed a study habit of trying to finish all my work as quickly as possible. Back when I was Conquerors doing bases, I would set 40 or 50 pages on my easier subjects just to get them done as quickly as possible. I did this because I wanted to complete my requirements before the 6th or 7th week. I had this mindset that I could never really relax when there's work needed to be done, because if I did try to relax, all I'd be doing is stressing out about the work that isn't done instead of relaxing. Now, this study habit of mine it worked for me, but it isn't really something I would recommend for you guys to use, because it is tiring and exhausting, and sometimes I wouldn't get enough rest because I tried to finish all my work in one sitting. Now that I've entered senior high school, I've slowly been improving and changing my study habits. I've learned how to space and organize my work in order to maintain enough energy and focus on the scheduled classes that I have and all the work that needs to be done. Now that I've shared my personal experience in dealing with procrastinating, laziness, and distractions, and my solution for them, I'd like to give a few general tips on the problems and challenges students face in online schooling. Now, common problems students face in the online school are a lack of daily structure, online and mental distractions, and a lack of a figure that could help them refocus on their work. Arguably, the biggest challenge students face is a lack of motivation and discipline. Compared to face-to-face classes, for example, when you go there, you're already stuck there for the time being, so you might as well pay attention and take notes and learn something from whatever it is you're learning. Now, for an online class, it can be taken at your own convenience and in the comfort of your own room, and there will always be the temptation to get distracted from the material being presented to you. Now, there are several tips I could give you, like establishing a dedicated study area, eliminating all the distractions, taking handwritten notes, and of course remembering to get a good night's sleep are all important and greatly contribute to you being able to focus on your work. However, I believe that not being able to focus on your work is not the biggest problem that students have. Instead of asking how do we stay focused, I believe we should be asking how do we find the motivation to do our work. A lack of motivation and discipline is a big hurdle we must overcome in order to be fully focused on our work. Especially in this online setting, there is a lack of motivation as we are not able to see our friends and we're not able to do the same activities we used to do in face-to-face classes. Simply put, online class is just not as fun as face-to-face class. So how are you supposed to find the motivation to do our work? One way we can find motivation to do our work is to find a purpose that is greater than ourselves. We have to figure out why we are in school in the first place, and we have to work towards a larger goal that is far more important than ourselves. Rather than focusing on the hardships and difficulties that come with the problems and challenges that we go through, we must focus on the goal that we want to accomplish. I believe this is one great way to be able to focus on your work. Online schooling has posed several challenges for students, and I hope that what I have shared today can be an aid to you in your problems and difficulties with focusing on online school. Thank you and God bless.
Good day everyone, my name is Beatriz Villaflor and I am currently in Conquerors 3, which is grade 9 in junior high school. So this video is going to be about how to stay focused. So all of us know that it is really challenging for us to be focused nowadays, because unlike face-to-face where there are going to be teachers roaming around the learning center checking to see if you're focused or not, in online classes you could only show half your body to the camera, so they won't really know, they won't really see what you're up to while doing pacework or while having class. And aside from that, you still have the device you're using for online classes, which stores so many temptations and so many distractions that you just can't help but play, just can't help but browse social media, watch YouTube. And it will result to you procrastinating in the end, and just it's not a really nice thing to experience. You have so much stress built up in you. So I experienced a lot of procrastination last school year because I was really lazy and I kept giving in to temptations and distractions. And because of that, a lot of teachers, a lot of my batchmates noticed what was happening. They noticed that my results weren't up to their expectations, and some of them even asked me what was wrong with me because it wasn't like I was acting like myself. So some of my friends and some of the teachers talked to me about it. And I told them, yes, I was being lazy. Yes, I was procrastinating because there are so many distractions and I just can't be focused. It's really hard. So because of that, some of the teachers and some of the students gave me a lot of tips on how to stay focused. And which is why I'm giving them to you, because it worked for me and I really hope that it will work for all of you. So first of all, you must have a mindset that you're gonna stay focused early in the morning. Because early in the morning, that's when everything starts. And if you have this mindset throughout the day that I'm gonna stay focused, I'm gonna finish this goal, I'm gonna do my best, then that will help you stay focused and keep all the distractions, keep all the temptations away. And I experienced this before. I didn't finish goals even though I was really focused because there's so much things to do. And aside from so much things to do, it's really hard to do. I also experienced not meeting the result, not meeting the desired time to finish my goals. But in the end of the day, I knew that I did my best. So the feeling that I did my best was okay. It's okay enough for me. Because unlike before, where I didn't produce anything in that day, at least I produced something that will help me for tomorrow. So there. Number 1, you must have a good mindset early in the morning. Number 2, take care of your health, your body. You must eat early in the morning. You must have enough sleep because if you're so sleepy, if you're so hungry, that's all you're gonna think about. How sleepy am I? How hungry am I? And I experienced that too before. And it's just gonna distract you. It's not gonna help you be focused. Because all what's gonna be in your mind is that I'm so hungry, I'm so sleepy, I just want to sleep because it's bad weather and it's online classes. The teachers won't know that I'm sleeping, but trust me, don't do that. It's laziness, and that will lead you to procrastination, and towards the deadline you'll be really stressed because you have so much things to do and your work will be piled. And trust me, having so much piled things to do is not a good feeling at all. It brings from experience. So my third tip is that you must have a good environment to study at. What I mean by good is that it must be clean, quiet, and make sure that there isn't so many distractions around. Because once for example, you're working on your basis, working on your class, and then you see that there's so many stuff on your table and you just want to so many distractions, it's not gonna help you stay focused because you could invent stuff with those, you could play with those while having classes, and yeah, it's not a good feeling that yeah. So my last tip is that I had a problem with this last school year, and it was really hard to deal with it. So my last tip is that do not use social media or do not play any games in the school hours. Break time, I think that's fine. I do that in breaks, but in school hours, like I said, like what God said in Ecclesiastes, there's a time for everything. And this time, pace break time, it is not the time to do social media, because once you open social media, once you open your games, it's like you can't stop. You can't put a hold on yourself to like stop doing that, because I dealt with it. I experienced it. It's a really hard thing to get over with, social media addiction, games addiction. Because in social media, there's end games, like those are like the top distractions that I have. Even up till now, like I've been so distracted with all of those that sometimes I don't finish anything, because when you're browsing through playing games, browsing through social media, watching Netflix or YouTube, it's like you lost track of time, and it's just so addicting that you can't get enough of it. So my focus is that if you don't want your rest time, like 3:30 afterwards, to be distracted with pacework, with pile things, you should do your pacework at the desired time and do all those other things after pacework time or after your class, because doing pacework time late in the night and during your rest time, that's not a good feeling at all. You're gonna be so tired, you're gonna be so stressed, and you're just gonna procrastinate a lot. So yeah, those are the tips that my authorities, my friends, and my teachers gave me. First, that you must have a good mindset. Take care of your body, sleep early, and eat properly. Third, you must have a clean environment around you. And fourth, avoid distractions like social media and games. So those tips, I hope that those tips are gonna help you stay focused. And it worked for me. And even though it may seem hard at first, just keep trying. Just know that you must produce something today. You must be productive today, because the feeling of finishing a goal, it's like one of the best feelings in the world, like for me, and I hope that goes the same for you. So there's my tips, and I hope you learned something for it. And until next time we see each other again, I hope that all of you would produce the desired results that you want to produce. So bye.